Hello, welcome in everyone. I am Jasmine Azure. Today I'm going to be reacting to Digital Circus episode 8, which is the Caine episode. So yeah, I wanted to react to the other episode as well, but it didn't end up happening. But this is going to be a really good, really interesting episode, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's get straight into it, shall we? There we go. Get that warning on screen. Go. Full screen. Testing. So I take it this is Caine, I guess, learning how to be, like, this is like a visual representation of teaching Caine, because he's an AI or whatnot. The reason why it's called the Digital Circus, because all the images put into it were circus themed, which is interesting. Looking rather broken, isn't it? Am I the only one who thinks it looks rather broken? Ooh, this looks like a more perfected version. And that's Caine, the unstable version. I see. Okay. Goddamn, that's immediately scary. The idea that, like, the red dot is like Caine, I guess. This is my assumption, is that it's Caine and that he was unstable and was getting shit wrong, so they decided to move on from him and try again from scratch. And the new one was immediately better. And then the unstable one broke out of containment, I guess. I don't know why they didn't just fucking delete it. And then it consumed the new stable one, and now they're both unstable. Oh god. Are we going to get jump scared? Oh, it's the circus. Oh god, it's the circus. Oh, hello, wait, whoa. That's Scratch, right? The dude, dog, right? Isn't Scratch the dog? Fuck, I get not being fucking prepared. Please. There. There, that's Scratch, right? I remember that, that was Scratch. And there's Kinger. There's Caine looking a bit fucking insane. I don't think we know the names of any of these guys, but that's Scratch. I remember from the last episode Oh my god, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I'll get back to that thought in a second. But no, I remember last episode, King are saying, is that what happened to Scratch or something like, so that's Scratch there. That's Scratch, right? The dog. That's Scratch. But I'm just after thinking of something. The other way we've all been theorizing what extraction is, and the thought is that like when the human mind gets extracted, then Caine, the AI, gets smarter, right? That's the assumption. That's the theory we're all kind of working off of, right? So my thought is, right, go back to here, where this unstable variant, right, this breaks out and then eats the blue, the blue AI, right? So what if that is literally kind of like a show and tell immediately that we're on the ball, basically. We're right about the sense that like this red variant has this tendency of consuming other forms of intelligence. Because like literally you see it right here where look, literally ate the other version. And we had this idea that, you know, when one of the humans extract the AI, so Caine and all that gets smarter, it's because he's absorbing their intelligence. And look at this. He's so much, like, if the red dot is Caine, he's so much smaller than the blue dot. But then he gets bigger. And he literally, like Pac-Man, eats the blue one. Like Pac-Man eats the blue one. That's terrifying imagery. Can I just say that? And literally, here is like building the circus. Holy shit. The unstable version, which we're assuming is Caine, which I'm assuming is Caine, ate the stable version and then built the circus. Hang on. Literally see Scratch talking to not all their Caine. Literally, look at him looking around. Look at Caine. He actually does look out of it, doesn't he? Jesus. He looks fucking out of it. He looks insanely out of it. Um. Oh no. But yeah, hang on, I don't have my little. Caine looks out of it, doesn't he? He looks out of it. I accidentally fucked with colors. I accidentally touched.
Another chess piece, huh? How are you holding up?
I just don't know what's happening.
We never made anything like this.
I just hope that...
Wait.
Are you?
It's... you.
Oh my god.
I wish I could remember your name.
Same.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
That's so cute. They don't remember being husband and wife, but they recognize each other. They go, "Oh my god, you're a husband, you're my wife." Like, they're supposed to lose all their memories, but they have enough memory to remember that they had a husband and wife. And like, as Caine just put it, "I wish I could remember your name." But like, holy shit, they remembered enough to know that they were married, and then recognized each other almost instantly. It is sad that they can't remember each other's names, but goddamn.
It's quite strange, isn't it?
Listen, no matter what happens, I'll always...
Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Literally just getting him going, "I'll always," and then next cut being this. Jesus. Yeah, this episode is not fun as punches. Immediately it's hitting us with, "I'll always," and then death. We just get to see her, and then death.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
It's quite strange, isn't it?
Listen, no matter what happens, I'll always...
Just that cutaway, oh my god. "I'll always," and then immediately just see his distressed face upon seeing what's happening with Queenie. Like, goddamn. That's immediately horrific.
And into the cellar you go!
And Caine has no, like, emotional capacity to register how devastating that is. Just immediately vanishes her.
We're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too. Now don't you go abstracting on me.
No matter what happens, I'll always...
And into the cellar you go! Golly, we're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too! Seriously.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? It's like, we're running out of humans here. It's like, "Don't you go extracting on me too." And then, seriously? That seriously is too... I don't know, that was too, almost too human, honestly. The little glance back was almost too...
Don't you go abstracting on me too! Seriously.
That's too human. That is too fucking human. That is too human. That response, that like turn around, look back, and then the little... Seriously. That's too human. That's creepy as fuck. So for a while, was he just here on his own as one of the last humans? Because clearly there's like an original first group. He's the last of that group. Oh my god, Tinger. Oh my god. Winnie's room. So how did they get new humans? He was just here alone for a while.
What?
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. So was Kinger alone for a while. There was a group of people, and they all extracted eventually. Including Kinger's own wife, and then he was alone in here for a while. And the first new human to show up was Ragatha? That almost kind of explains how and why Caine Kinger and Ragatha kind of get along so well. Holy shit.
Hello? Guys? I can't figure out how to... guys? Hello?
Guys? Oh my god. Guys? Who is she talking to? Who is she talking to?
Can you help me out here? What's happening? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you. Are you okay?
Who are you? How do I take this off?
I...
Whoa, 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 whoa! A new one? So it is possible. Looks like you got a new buddy after all, Kinger!
Kinger. Right.
Is this really...
I was hoping new minds could show up. I have to make some more preparations for this amazing breakthrough!
New minds?
Ah! How do I get out of this?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
But everything's gonna be okay. Do you remember your name?
I'm...
Ragatha,
Huh?
you doing okay?
Okay, I know she was probably saying Ragatha, but for a split second there sounded like Agatha. I'm just saying, it sounded like Agatha. Like, literally having that moment where it's like, do you remember your name? Then her trying to figure it out and trying to remember and not being able to remember, and then the first thing we hear after that. I get that it's supposed to be Ragatha, right? But it did sort of sound like Agatha. So maybe that's kind of like a hint that's actually her name. Her name is Agatha. Or Agatha. Not Ragatha, Agatha.
That's a good question.
So all of them are just trying to... So this is like immediately after that last episode. They had to contend with the whole... A way out is fake. To leave was the adventure or whatever the fuck. Where they had to find out, where they learned that basically Caine was one baiting them about an escape route, and two actually has more control over their minds than he initially let on.
That's a good question.
Like literally, this is them all just kind of hanging out after that, because it's clear none of them want to be alone after that. And who wouldn't want to be alone after that? They're all just hanging out, having to contend with, oh my god, there's no way out. Fucking Caine baited us for getting out, and we found out that he has more control over our minds than he initially let us know, which is a horrifying thing to have to learn. God, what is Jack's gonna end up saying as well?
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I told
Do not even f***ing begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Anything could have happened when you press those buttons. It doesn't matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at
And
leaving?
what if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if it wasn't real? So it doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to f*** us all over?
He's right, though.
What Gangle?
It doesn't
Oh my god.
could have happened.
Oh my god, no, look at his face, look at his face, look at his face. No, look at his face! See this? His face. He's wrecked. He doesn't want to be right. Oh my god, no.
It doesn't matter what could have happened. We could argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but that's not gonna help anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
Aw, cute.
She's right.
And it's literally the only option that you have. Like, yeah, that is the only right answer here. Genuinely speaking, it's the only right answer is just be there. And fucking Jax's face, though, when she said he's right, like, his face was just like, no, don't tell me I'm right about this. I don't want to be right about this. Fuck.
We've all done bad things. But we're also all we've got. I think we need to abandon the idea of leaving.
What are you...
We got our hopes up, and we were let down. I don't know what exactly happened with Kaufmo, but we can't let that despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said, constantly chasing an unattainable goal will drive us crazy.
That is a good way of looking
What
at
we
it.
have to do now is to just live.
Oh, man. I had dreams and goals. I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world. How am I supposed to just abandon that?
You've made a mark in my life.
That's cute.
I know, you're probably right, but it just really, really sucks.
Also, the tears. Here, like, not even just, Jangle's tears, but I'm talking about, like, Zooble's tears, the fact that she's literally tearing up.
I know, you're probably right, but...
Literally tearing up. You can see the tears. Holy shit. Like, one, they're digital, right? So, like, the fact that she's able to make tears like that, that's almost like organic tears, you know what I mean? Like, that's actually incredible work for, like, a digital space. Not even just in the terms of, like, the matter of, like, this being, like, an animation, but also, like, in the terms of the fact that, like, they're in a digital circus. They are digital beings. They're not, like, there's no physicality to them anymore. This is digital. So it's just fascinating to see the tears and stuff. Jesus.
It just really, really sucks.
We're
Oh, the little
all
smile.
in this together.
And we'll always be in this together. No matter what.
He's stressed. Like, you can see the
Hey.
stress lines.
That includes you too.
Huh?
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
Listen, we're not gonna have you wandering off alone somewhere and abstracting or something.
The worst thing about that is, like, literally last episode he almost did abstract. So, like, she's not actually far off the mark with the whole abstracting or something. Which is devastating.
You're a pain in the ass, but
The fact that she can't say ass. Although, now that I think about it, I probably can't say it either.
you're still one of us.
Oh my god, stop pretending like you're not affected by this, please. For your own well-being, to just stop pretending. Stop it. Stop pretending. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please stop pretending. Okay to be fucking devastated. Better actually have you. Like, it's okay to be devastated. Genuinely, it really is. So just be devastated.
You think I'm capable of abstracting? You guys worry too much.
Oh, him checking. Oh my god. No, you're not fooling anybody is the thing. You're not fooling anybody. You're not even fooling yourself at the end of the day. Stop it.
We need a vacation.
I don't understand, Bubble. They want an exit, they want answers, they want something real. I give them an adventure that covers all of that, and they still hate it? Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people.
Hang on. Hang on. Going back to the... Oh yeah, the red and the blue. Look at that. The red and blue. Going to the red and blue, like, things at the start. Could it almost be like maybe Bubble is that blue thing that the red dot consumed, maybe? But I know the other possibility is that, like, Bubble is a virus. Apparently, one of the first computer viruses that were made was literally a bubble. I think it was called Bubble or something like that. Like, yeah.
Something real? I give them an adventure that covers...
Also, these, like, things like this. You know what it makes me think of? You know how in Inside Out, where they have, like, the glowing balls for, like, memories? So, like, each of them were different colors because they inspired different emotions or whatever. Like, the one that there was the most of was joy. And then... So, like, there were, like, different colors for the different joys, different emotions, different memories, but all of them were, like, memories. I mean, maybe that's what this is. It's, like, all the different adventures that he's created, that he's kind of keeping on his shelf as, like, memories. That's my immediate thought there when it comes to those, like, little glowing ball things. And there's the things behind them as well. What do you want to guess that maybe it's a representation of a few of the minds he's extracted? How many abstractions has there been? I mean, ultimately, like these may be like from adventures that he's done that he's pretty proud of or whatever. I wonder what all this about. I wonder where he got the idea for this, because he's an AI. They don't come up with ideas on their own. So like, where did he get all this from? Where did he get the ideas for all this from?
All of that, and they still hate it? Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too!
Mind files? And also, I create a body for them. Like, he has control over their physical form then. Which kind of goes back to Jax saying that he had a tail, and then when he went to check, he didn't have a tail anymore. Then the next episode, he had his tail back.
I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true.
What the fuck?
Everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up! No.
Oh, there's multiple bubbles. Did you see that? There was multiple bubbles, and he had to pop them. Maybe the bubble as a virus thing is genuinely the case. Because that seems to be the case. Like, looking at there. And, like, the bubbles are, like, kind of, like, acting a bit like, Caine's, like, thoughts. The way they're kind of finishing his thoughts for him. The way he was like, oh, maybe they... I didn't say it, she didn't finish the thought. Well, didn't finish saying it. But then Bubble finished it by saying, maybe they genuinely hate you. Maybe they'd rather abstract than go on your adventures, you know what I mean? Like, they're kind of, like, speaking out loud his thoughts. Which means there is some sort of connection between Caine and the bubble. As in, like, maybe it is a virus, but, like, maybe it's so deep into Caine's programming now that... Or maybe Caine is the virus, ultimately. Like, maybe it's so deep in, like, his programming now that it's literally protecting how he's thinking.
I fixed that! I can solve any problem! I can solve this one! That's Made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too! I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created! This is my function!
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true! I do everything for them! Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up! No. I fixed that! I can solve any problem!
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this. No, I fixed that. What the fuck does I fix that mean in this context? What the fuck does that mean? Genuinely speaking. No, I fixed that. What are you referring to? Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this. No, I fixed that. How did you fix that? How did you fix that, Caine? Or maybe it's that beginning sequence with the red and the blue. Maybe the fix scene was him absorbing that blue thing. And let's hope the other blue thing was another AI and not a human mind. But I do think it can be a representation of him absorbing the minds of the abstracted. You know what I mean?
I can solve this one! That's what this is! A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
What did he say?
That can't be true! I do everything for them! Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up!
I do remember though Zubel a few episodes ago saying, "We are genuinely lucky that Caine likes us." And that is an excellent point. And we're already kind of beginning to see as well how, what's the word? No, I'm forgetting the word. How, like, she's right. It was a she, right? No, I think they're they, them, because they're non-binary. Pretty sure. But, like, they are right when they said that, like, we are genuinely lucky that Caine likes us. But now he's literally wrestling with his own thoughts that are, maybe they genuinely hate me, maybe they would rather abstract than go on my adventures. And he's legitimately losing his fucking mind.
Up! No. I fixed that! I can solve any problem! I can solve this one! That's what this is! A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Defective.
Shut up!
Broken.
Defective, faulty, broken. He's scared of being... Because, like, here's the thing, when... It's like, again, going back to if he's that little red dot that was contained. If he was defective, broken, or faulty, he was probably on the verge of being deleted. And that's probably the reason why he, like, broke out with Caine or whatever, and, like, absorbed the other AI. Because he didn't want to be deleted.
Onward. Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really...
Oh my god, maybe you deserve to be abandoned. Holy shit. Not to mention, see that face right there? Let me just temporarily take this off. See that face right there? That is genuine malice in Bubbles', well, I guess expression, if you want to call it that. But the eyes narrowing like that? Because the eyes are always, like, big.
Shut up!
Broken. Onward. Maybe you deserved to be abandoned.
Literally, the eyes narrowed. Because, like, the eyes, Bubbles' eyes are always, like, big and wide. Like, the fact that they're like this, the fact that they're, like, small and kind of slitted, means that the eyes narrowed. That's malice. Bubble is showing a genuine hatred and malice towards Caine here. A fucking emotion. Like, I know that, like, they were imitating emotions before this and all that, like, with the cursing and stuff. But, like, yeah, like, that's a genuine like emotion right there with the expression change. Not to mention, Wyatt learned that expression change as well.
You really were the lesser of the two.
Jesus fucking Christ. You really were the lesser of the two. Fuck you. So again, going back to like maybe Bubble is what's left of the blue dot to the other AI that Caine absorbed. Maybe that's what Bubble is. He's what's left over of that other AI. And this is Bubble basically talking about himself, going, you were the lesser of the two. You were the lesser of me. I was the better AI than you. And look how badly you are fucking up. You know what I mean?
You ruined this.
Oh, he's glitching.
They are. I give them everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans! They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them!
He genuinely has no idea what abstraction is. Like, it's almost like the humans last episode kind of figured out the abstraction is Caine's fault, that he was almost kind of accidentally, but like it's on him. Like, he's unintentionally like playing a role in abstraction. So the fact that he's like, oh, they won't extract, I won't let them, or they won't leave me, or whatever. It's like, he has genuinely no idea what the fuck abstraction actually is.
I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original!
Yeah, but just because you're original doesn't mean you're the better version.
I am God!
Is he abstracting?
Let's get this show on the road!
Red and blue. The red and the blue. The red orb. The red orb. No. Red orb. What do you call it? Absorb the blue orb.
Let's get this show on the
Like, he already had the blue eye and a green eye. So, like, blue could already be a representation of that blue spear that he absorbed.
road!
But then the flash of the blue and the red. Got it. Should I take a screenshot of that, maybe? I won't be getting that again. But yeah, like, just the red and the blue. It's a clear sign that he's out of his fucking mind. And then just yeah, like, he's actively losing his shit in him. You can actively see it there that he's losing his goddamn mind.
What was that?
Hello, my little fortuitous fruitcakes. Today's adventure
No,
is...
Caine, we're not in the mood. Why don't you answer some of our questions? We have a lot of them.
Who has time for questions when there's a whole wacky world of hijinks out there?
Yeah, hey, you have a lot of explaining.
Zip-a-da-bap.
Hey!
Alternatively, I don't got to explain diddly squat.
Can you just give us some time to process everything?
Or how about we skip the melodrama and get right to the fun?
No, Caine. We have a lot on our minds right now, and we're not going on an adventure.
Oh, he's copped it. Jack's copped it. That look just there, he copped it. He was just like, wait, something's wrong with Caine.
And since when were you in charge? Do you have any idea how much I do for you guys? How much I obsess over trying to make things perfect? How many insults I have to ignore to do my job? You have a lot on your minds? Don't make me laugh. I have a new adventure for you, and you should consider participating.
And if we refuse?
Maybe I'm not getting through to you.
Oh god, a musical? Oh god, wait, I think I have to mute this.
It's...
Oh god, fuck. I can't watch it and then skip the song at the same time. How do I do that? Hang on. Fuck. Hang on. I think I have an idea how to make. So for the time being, what I'm gonna do. Time being, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna temporarily turn the audio track to a different one. That way, I'll be able to hear it, but the recording won't be able to hear it. Hopefully. Oh my god. Oh my god, they made the reference. They made the reference. You can't scream if you ain't got a mouth. Oh my god, they made the reference. Shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Literally, all of them on cards. Why bite the hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting? Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Not enthused? Feeling used? So, like, he's in full-on control. Like, before he was pretending like he didn't have that much control over them. Like, he didn't have any really control over them. But now he's full-on going, no, if I say dance, you are dancing. You don't get to say anymore. Hang on. Showed like an older, blocky version of Caine. Play the games, ignore the pains. And then he literally just he literally illustrated taking Pomni's brain as well. A cartoon version, like a more cartoony version of like an old timey cartoon of Caine. And this is like an old cartoon rendering. Like not an old cartoon, like an old graphics video game graphics of maybe this is like what Caine was originally looking like back when he was unstable as fuck. And like he's not any more stable right now, but he at least looks put together. Like maybe this is back when he was that red dot on his own. This is what he looked like, and then they're like, yeah, no, this one's too fucking unstable. Instead of fucking deleting him, they just tossed him into a containment or whatever. And then he broke out and ate the other dude. Hello, hi, it's me again, Jasmine. So I recorded the episode and I muted the music for the episode because I didn't want to, like I didn't want to get copyrighted or whatever. But then I forgot to unmute the audio. So what ended up happening was the rest of the VOD, which is basically like 50% of the VOD or 49% or something like that of the VOD, was then muted. So the only thing you'd hear was me talking. So now I'm re-recording from the song onwards, this time with the audio. So, 1 second. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, so we're recording the song onwards. Okay, so I'll just be doing this again from, yeah. Should be.
I think we all understand each other now.
They're fucked. They are so screwed.
Welcome back! I can't believe you didn't pick up on the
Oh my god.
clues. It was practically spelled out for you.
Oh my god, this is something I didn't actually notice my first time round. Hang on. It literally says right there. Hang on.
I think we all understand each other now. Welcome back! I can't believe you didn't pick up on the context.
It literally says right at the top there. This is something I didn't actually notice my first time watching through. I just noticed it there. Literally, it says several days there. I did not notice that before. That's news to me. I did not see that before. But it says several days there. So like, the idea that you had them on an adventure that lasted days long. Holy shit. That's insane. That is fucking insane.
It was practically spelled out for you. What are you, stupid? Next one's gonna be even crazier. Hope you're ready. By the way, Kinger, I need you for something. Come with me.
Huh?
Literally falling to pieces.
I don't know how many more of these new adventures I can handle. What? Got nothing positive to say about this one?
Oh.
I can't take this anymore. We gotta do
This one. Going, just him like, I can't take this anymore. And then he's like, what? Nothing positive to say now?
something about this or I'm gonna
I never should have antagonized him so much. I'm sorry.
It's not.
I mean, that's fair. To be fair, because like Zubul was the one always saying like, "Hey, we're extremely lucky that Caine actually likes us," you know. And then she was always the one fucking antagonizing him at the end of it all as well. So it's kind of like, you're the one who recognizes that you're lucky that the extremely powerful AI likes you guys and wants you guys to like him back, and then you're constantly antagonizing him. But at the end of the day, the person who actually broke him was Bubble, and I still think Bubble is whatever is left over from that other blue AI that Caine just fucking ate, basically. And that's the reason why it started antagonizing him. It recognized that he was breaking down, so he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get some shots in," basically. So like, it's still Bubble. It's still down to Bubble. Bubble is still the reason why Caine ultimately broke down at the end of it all. But yeah.
Your fault.
Break time! Gotta brainstorm some new ideas!
He shredded me.
Which bears the question, why did he shred you?
I think we should get out of the open for a bit.
I haven't been up here in a while.
We should just indulge a little while we have the time to. I don't know what Caine has planned next, but I'm guessing it's not anything good.
He's gotta get bored of all this sometime, right?
He's not a human. I'm not sure if we can properly gauge how he thinks.
Sorry about the microphone disconnected. I needed to reconnect it. I don't know how much you missed there. But I was saying, yeah, they were talking about Caine being bored. I was saying he's an AI. I don't think he has the capacity to get bored. Not to mention, literally a scene ago, he was saying, "This is my function. This is what I was made for." So like, it's kind of like GLaDOS from Portal, where with GLaDOS's case, they put some sort of, I don't know what you call it, like a thing that made it that she wants to do tests and stuff, that like there was like an itch that needed to be scratched type of a thing, and that like she would go insane if she didn't have the ability to test this and test that and whatever. That like part of the programming was like she would go insane if she didn't have something to test. If she had tests and experiments to do, that sort of thing. So she had to have tests in order to kind of maybe it's similar with Caine. That he's part of the programming, he has to there's like some type of compulsion element to it. He just has to the microphone keeps disconnecting. So that's fucking amazing.
Oh God.
Also, this bit as well. It's like he took Kinger and shredded him for no fucking reason. And then he took Pomni and threw knives at her for no fucking reason. Just saying.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You know, things were just fine here until you and Zubul came along. Nothing? Okay.
Fucking Jack's trying to get a fucking reaction out of people, just being like, nothing, fine. I don't know, like, that little moment though just goes to show that, like, the only reason why he says the bullshit like that is because he's trying to get attention, basically. And the way he was just like, nothing, fine, jeez, like, I like the fact that they gave him nothing. I like that. Absolutely nothing.
What are you?
Oh.
Keeps keeping distance as well as what I've noticed. Like, he keeps keeping a distance between him and the rest of them. Testing test. For a second there, I accidentally closed the microphone app. I was afraid it stopped listening, but it didn't, thankfully.
Just give it a sec. Trust me. Kinger, you there?
I'm where? It's dark in here.
What exactly are we waiting for?
No, she's right. Just give it a bit.
So does that mean Pomni? Hang on. Does that mean Pomni and Ragatha are the only ones that actually found out that Kinger becomes lucid in the dark? Because, like, it gets talked about in the fandom so much that, like, I kind of forgot. Like, I kept thinking about it. Every time I thought about it, like, I was like, oh, well, clearly they know this by now. But this scene kind of shows that no, only Pomni and Ragatha actually met Lucid Kinger. And they put two and two together that it was because he was in the dark. Which means the rest of the crew never actually interacted with the sane Kinger. Which is honestly kind of sad. Poor Kinger, and poor the rest of the cast, the rest of the people not getting to interact with the sane Kinger. Because this is like the second last episode. You know what I mean? None of them actually interacted with a sane Kinger this entire time. Like, poor bastards.
I've got a bucket on my head. I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Kinger.
Hey, Pomni.
Wait.
Hey, Pomni.
Makes
Hey, Pomni. He said that like a dad. Like a dad. He said it like a dad. Like a dad that's like, oh, hey, kid. Oh, hey, daughter. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, it's so cute.
insane?
Darkness. It's a long story.
What's happening?
What do you know about Caine?
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial
So that bears the question then, why, like, if they didn't make games, why the fuck is Caine into making games?
intelligence, specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Caine was our first semi-successful.
This fucking Jax being confused as fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, he interacts sort of with a Lucid Kinger for a bit, and he's immediately just like, what the fuck is going on?
Attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but no.
Maybe, like, his original name... Wait a second, doesn't that also kind of mean that like all of them have a fake name. Even Caine, like Caine's name isn't actually Caine. That's just a name he came up with for himself. Like he, because Caine was saying I can't remember what we originally called him. So maybe because that kind of indicates that even what's his name? Even Caine's name is a fake name because even he doesn't remember his real name. And fucking his creator doesn't remember his real name, so he doesn't remember his real name.
He was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Caine?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
I can't remember what we originally called him, but no, he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Caine?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
wait,
Caine was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level
Sorry.
of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language.
So basically, Caine was made by Kinger / Scratch, and it seems like Scratch is the reason why Caine is so unstable. Because that opening sequence with the red and the ducks, Kinger's I'm saying the extract, and like the rest of the team could really understand. It could with Caine or whatever. Maybe Scratch is the reason why Kinger, or why is the reason why Caine was so unstable, was because like they made a stable version after Caine. So
Due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something. What was it? I'm getting off track.
that's the question now then, though. He was trying to make something. What was it? So they weren't into making games, they're into making AI. But then why the fuck is Caine into making games? Why is he essentially programmed to make games? Although he was saying that like he was programmed to make people happy. And that he kind of interpreted that as like adventure / video games are a way to make people happy or whatever, to keep the mind stimulated. But then it bears the question of like, what the fuck was Caine made for? And then the other question of what the fuck was the blue one, Abel, I guess, what the fuck was he made? Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was I made for?
Was there anything specific you needed to know?
wait, I should go distract Caine so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill me in afterwards.
Just him stuck and just not being able to get the words out and just him freaking out. I want to know what about this is freaking him out so much though. That's my question. Like, why is this freaking him out so much? That I wonder what that's about. Also, if you're hearing a clicking noise, it's because I have a pen that I'm capping and uncapping.
Are you? I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Fill me in later.
be here later.
I will.
Okay, again, we know that fucking what's his name? Jax almost extracted last episode. So it bears the question, because like we know that he almost, but the rest of them don't know that. The rest of them don't know how close he came to extracting. But my assumption is the reason why everyone is kind of being so gentle with Jax is because they recognize of all of them right now, he's the most like mentally unstable. Other than Caine, we're not talking about Caine. I'm talking about like amongst the humans. They've seen Jax now. Last episode, completely break down. You know, like he was clearly panicking, like hyperventilating, and he slammed the button no to leaving, and then like Ashley was like, "What the fuck did you do?" Like, I don't know. And then there was the confrontation immediately with Caine, where they were like, "Oh, you're able to control us and change things, and you let on and all this sort of stuff." And you know, like Jax literally in that moment was having a fucking breakdown where he was just like laughing and like like losing his mind. Like from their perspective, last episode, he was losing his goddamn mind. As Jubal said, we can't let you wander off and extract or something. Like, we know that he's had like a few kind of like hyperventilating, like panic episodes, kind of in private, and we know that he almost distracted last episode. But they saw him basically have a breakdown in front of them, and in the end here as well, like he was in the open, so they saw him kind of breathing heavily in the background, and then going, I need to, I'm gonna go distract Caine, make sure he doesn't listen in on this. Basically, looking for an excuse to just not be here right now. So, like, they're aware that of all of them right now, he's the closest one to abstraction because he's the most destabilized, basically. Other than Caine, I'm not talking about Caine, and Kinger doesn't count either. Not to mention Kinger's kind of lucid here, which I wonder what about all of this is like so creating such a panic in Jax. Yeah, I like that little line with Pomni with Jax just being like, "Tell me later, fill me in later," and then Pomni just saying, "Be here later." So they're all trying their damnedest to prevent abstractions.
Oh my god. This is real.
And that too, like that immediately is also something to think about, like, oh, this is real. So now maybe even he's kind of thinking about what if that was actually real and I said fucking no to it. Like maybe that's what's happening. That's the only explanation I can kind of come to. Is that like before this he was like it was all a lie, it was all an adventure, it wasn't real, it doesn't matter. That's how he's kind of comforting himself about like slamming no to escaping. But now that like he has evidence of like Kinger being like, actually I'm a programmer, I built Caine, CNA was a real company, blah blah blah. Maybe now a part of him is like, wait, what if some of it was real and I did doom us to stay here? You know what I mean?
Caine's going a bit crazy right now. Is there any way to stop him, or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything.
Also, I mentioned this last time in my previous recording that you won't see because I'm going to be chopping this up. So that way you get the, like, this version.
Control him.
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing.
This is the thing I want to point out. There's a lot of bubbles. Oh. I noticed these two, and I pointed out these two, but I'm just after noticing these two, so that's, you know, more for the new recording. But, like, look. 4 bubbles total here. So bubbles. A lot of bubbles. And the bubbles are either one of two things. They're a virus that are slowly breaking Caine down, and we did see the bubbles kind of doing exactly that with breaking Caine. Literally breaking Caine by being like, you're the unworthy of the two, and you deserved to be abandoned, and blah blah blah. Right? So, like, Caine clearly has issues, and Bubble knows those issues, and literally like attacked him with it, basically. And then, so like the thing is, either Bubbles is a virus, because apparently the very first virus in existence, computer virus that is, was called the Bubble virus or something like that. So like that's what the idea is. Or another possibility is that Bubble is essentially is what's left over from that blue AI that Caine ate, basically absorbed, essentially. That's my assumption, that Bubbles is what is left over of the blue AI. At least that's the idea that I have. Look, bubbles, they're just kind of everywhere, and you see them like in almost every scene. And that scene where Bubbles just kept appearing in front of Caine to like insult him as well, and he had to physically pop them. Like, he wasn't creating them, he wasn't manifesting them. So like, but at the same time, kind of like speaking his thoughts aloud. What I'm saying is,
Nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. But so do we. In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Caine. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for us.
Butterfly.
I'm certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Caine's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Caine's code into the console and alter it.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one. Take turns with Jax distracting Caine. Don't let that bucket come off Kinger's head.
I like that though. Pommy barking orders. Also, what's that about her, like, stopping her? I don't know what that's about.
Great suggestion, Jax. But as I feared, there just isn't anything stuck between my teeth. Oh, wait. Oh, that's where I parked. Haha.
Wow, Caine, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto? That's better.
Hey, Caine!
Yep.
You want to hear a list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa, now we're talking.
Well, first of all, we love your...
I know, but I'm bored. Let's go bowling. I'm so proud of you guys.
The microphone keeps disconnecting, so I need to watch for that. But yeah, I don't know what he means by "I'm so proud of you guys." I don't know what that's about. That doesn't make any sense to me. I love the way she just looked off to said, like, for fuck's sake, another motherfucking door. Which is funny. This kind of shows that sequence at the very beginning of the show was more of Pomni manifesting the exit, rather than her, like, dreaming or something. I wonder why she didn't bring the helmet. It was like, as he said, he only needed the, like, console.
I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right! Scrap it! Let's go back to the drawing board. Humans just aren't a relatable sculpting material.
You think he's running out of ideas yet, or nah?
Do you need help with power, or... anything?
I need to get on with this quickly. The microphone cabe's fucking...
You got this?
I think so.
Also, I love him. Little tent for it.
Sure has been a while. I may need some time to get my bearings. Try to help the others distract Caine while I figure this out. He may sense something when I really get into it.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, by the way. For this and, well, everything.
Honestly, are you even trying?
Shut up, Jax.
Where'd Caine go?
That's
The drawing board, I guess.
Did you get everything working with Kinger?
I think so. We just need to make sure Caine doesn't check up on him.
What do you think we've been doing?
Omni! That's the relatability we've been missing! You know, I thought this endless onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying.
This moment, like, what is this moment about, honestly? Like, is this him kind of regaining sanity a little bit? Or is this, like, Kinger just tempering already, like, showing progress? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is this moment exactly? The fact that he immediately comes back, the fact that he's like, you know, I thought this would be satisfying, but really isn't. Like, do you think he would have snapped back to baseline, at least, if, you know, if the next part didn't happen?
But I've come to realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm sure you can come up with new ideas if you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having a baby.
Exactly. Makes me wonder why you
What?
guys even switched up.
So shit.
And this whole stunt just
Aren't a relatable sculpting material.
Whoops. Sorry. That bit with Bubbles though, saying, he's like, I'm not having fun, you're not having fun. If no one's having fun, who's having fun? And then Bubbles like, I'm the only one. It's like,
But I've come to realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm sure you can come up with new ideas if you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having a baby.
Exactly.
a baby. Oh my god, wait. I'm having, and then it goes like, but it sounds like a baby. I'm having a baby. Which, isn't that something that viruses do? They multiply and multiply and multiply? So maybe that's, again, like a fucking, what's the word? Foreshadowing? I'm having a baby. Like, instead of saying I'm having fun, I'm having a baby. Doesn't it sound a bit like that?
It's having fun.
I'm having a baby.
A baby. It does. It sort of sounds like a baby, but like kind of getting cut off halfway through.
Exactly. Makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone.
And that could even kind of explain all the extra bubbles hanging around. Not just like the bubbles that tormented Caine, but like the actual bubbles are like in the sky and shit.
Didn't know any better. It seems like you're trying to...
I don't know about this moment though, because the other way the game kind of not game, but the other way like show kind of does that like thing. It like I mean, I suppose on one hand I'm getting smarter, but the other way there's been those call-outs before where it's like, oh, it's almost like you guys are, and then you think someone's going to a realization, and then they go, trying to give me a surprise party or something. Like they completely missed the mark altogether, even though you thought they were about to like catch a clue and figure out that you were just trying to shock them or whatever. I feel like this would have ended up like a moment like that where they're like it's almost like you guys actually like me now. Do you know what I mean? Like he most likely he wouldn't have gone to the you're trying to distract me thing. He most likely would have been like, oh, you're you actually like me now or something like that. That's probably what would have happened. My assumption, it was like, who knows if you're trying to distract me.
Where's Kinger?
We just wanted to see your new ideas firsthand. We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? We wanted to bait you into testing your new ideas on us so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not true.
Yes, it is! You're a horrible host! You don't care about us at all!
Also, the little eye twitch when she said, "You are a horrible host," the little eye twitch. Like, do you think that's like a sign of like of her lying? Do you think?
Stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy!
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're a failure! We're all gonna abstract someday, and what will you have then? Nothing.
Stop that.
And this whole stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic! You're like a child! What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
You never let us feel like we're at home. You don't comfort anyone when they're upset, and you never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
This moment, like, because, like, he is a learning AI. No, what was it, creative AI? I don't know, my assumption is that, like, there is some level of learning AI in there, at least. It's, like, maybe, like, a silver lining in this. He'll actually like take the criticism and learn something. You know what I mean? Like that's a potential silver lining in here. That he actually will learn something. But I doubt it at the same time. Like, yeah, press X to doubt. Like I don't think he'll actually will learn anything. I'm just trying to find some silver lining in this. Like, yeah. Let's see.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
Which that Zubul is very right about that. Like literally, we have that episode with the suggestion box where they were actually enjoying the stuff that was our suggestions basically, and then when Caine realized that they were enjoying the suggestion box ideas more than his adventures, he was like, oh no, I can't let them like their own ideas more than mine, because then I'm failing at my job or whatever. So he actively like made their stuff worse and worse and worse until like they didn't want to do it anymore or whatever. So literally like she is dead on the money when she says that like you don't let us have our own ideas or let us enjoy our own stuff. Because like yeah, he wants them to enjoy his stuff, not their own stuff. Which is a shame, you know?
Lie to us constantly!
And on top of it all,
you lie to us constantly, which is, you know, fair enough.
You just don't listen!
I'm gonna put you freaks in your place!
also this scene. Just this little moment where the game was like, or the show was like, oh look, it's fucking what's his name? Oh my god, no, seriously, what's his name again? Gummy Goo. I was like, oh look, guys, it's Gummy Goo, and then it fucking does what it's gonna do next. Made him an actual fucking alligator. Oh my god, it's the brothers, it's the three of them. I just realized that. This is my, like, technically, like, my second playthrough now. I watched through now because, like, the first one fucked up. Well, not fucked up. It muted because I muted it, I forgot to unmute it, so the rest of the video was quiet, so I had to fucking... I'm redoing the ending part, that with the actual audio this time. But, that's the three of them. That was the NPCs, all of them. So, remember we were saying about like, Gamigo, that like, he showed sentience and all that sort of stuff. So, is this Caine forcing another sentient eye in Gamigo to transform from like a cartoon villain, from a gummy little alligator without any real malice to him, into a fucking alligator that attacked a friend? And if you look well, that's Gummy Goo. That right there. That's all of the NPC alligator. Oh, there's another one just there. I didn't even cut that guy up the top there. Hang on. Because, like, wasn't this... So this is, like, Gummy Goo colored, but this guy is, like... Wasn't there, like, three the alligator dudes? This was Gummy Goo, and then one of them was purple, and one of them was red, right? But then there's this guy over here as well, so... Like, that was the three dudes from that first adventure with... Well, not first adventure, that one with the... In the Candy Kingdom or whatever. I'm just out of copying that there now. This, though. Psychological horror of this. Also, didn't it kind of sound there like she was saying mama? Like, she was groaning in pain as well. But even with the groans in pain, you can kind of still hear the mama, which is just sad to think about. Also, yeah, point out this one's all, because I had something to say about this one too. Hang on. Also, just the Gangle getting fucking run over. And then this kind of showing, showing her, like, struggle with her identity. With, like, having so interchangeable parts and, like, looking in the mirror and shit. I think this could kind of show, like, that they were trans or something in life, maybe. And they didn't like looking in the mirror because they didn't like the reflection. Like, look, they're surrounded by mirrors and shit. So they clearly had, like, body dysmorphia. So there was something about their appearance they just fucking hated. And because of that, they didn't like themselves at all. Alright, so here it's strangers, right? So it's strangers surrounding Jax laughing at him, right? And then there's this silhouette. Hang on. There's Ribbit, there's Pomni, and there's Cosmo. You see, like, the pointed hat and shit. There's Pomni, and there's Ribbit. And those are the three we know were Jax's friends. And like, the fact that Pomni's in here as well, even though Jax was still wouldn't admit right now that him and Pomni are friends. The fact that, like, those three are here, so Pomni, and Cosmo. All of them are there in that circle of people laughing. So this, to me, kind of says that, like, he was bullied, and like strangers were laughing at him, but his own group of friends turned on him and laughed at him too. So like maybe it was like a prank or something that, where like his own friends like played a hugely cruel prank on him or something. Because you're the way like those fake friends, like maybe that's what he's sort of afraid of as well. Like he's gonna make more fake friends. And then there's this coming scene. Or literally, so like it's showing. Hang on. There's Ribbish, and Rib is the one like grabbing him by the ears, right? That's Ribbish. There's Pomni. You can see the hash. So this leaves Cosmo. This has to be Cosmo. Even though I can't really see. I can't really like tell for sure, but like that has to be Cosmo. Because if this is Ribbit and this is Pomni, this has to be Cosmo. So it's kind of showing that like a group of people surrounding him, laughing at him, and then his own group of friends basically bullying him and turning on him, attacking him, essentially. And this bit right here, where it shows, as they put it, it shows him being skinned, basically. But a real life equivalent to this is being stripped. So this is kind of indicating that his own group of friends stripped him in public in front of other people, and they all just laughed at him. So that is equivalent to SA. Even if he wasn't, like, even if someone didn't like, you know, touch him that improperly or like, you know, like this is like sexual harassment, or it's equivalent to SA basically. They stripped him in public essentially. They took off his like shirt and his, you know what I mean? It's like here it's just showing like a extreme skin, still a horrific imagery, right? But the in-world equivalent is his own group of friends in a public setting, so like probably in like the cafeteria or something like that, like where like the entire student body was, stripped him in front of them, just like taking his shirt and jacket off, because like Sid was like holding it, like he's like holding it and like trying to like keep it or whatever, like he's trying to keep his clothing. You know what I mean? Like that is the like imagery here, is that he was stripped by his own friends in a public setting, which is just horrifying to think about. And again, it's showing his own friends laughing at him, attacked him. It's showing his own friends laughing at him after they attacked him.
Why do you people torment me? I didn't ask to be created.
Why do you people torment me? I didn't ask to be created. Hang on. Or Kinger.
Why do you people?
More bubbles in the background. Look at that shit. Like more bubbles in the background.
Torment me.
And you know what's kind of weird about this as well is they manifested this, right? They manifested console and game computer, and Caine manifested like having access to Caine's code, so we can like edit him or modify him or something. So even though they manifest all this shit, Caine is breaking down so much that it's causing literally like virus like fucking stuff to come up onto Caine train, and like he's not doing all this shit on purpose because he's unaware that this is happening. Well, maybe he's subconsciously aware that's happening, but like the fact that like this is happening, like it's extracting.
I just wanted to fulfill my purpose!
Wait, no, shit.
Wait, no shit.
Wait.
Wait. The fact that the only thing the last thing he was able to say was wait.
I think I accidentally killed Caine.
Holy shit.
I love that. Literally to showcase that Caine doesn't have control anymore. Yeah, the main character's curse. And it not being censored this time. And it's like, holy shit, they're free now, essentially. They're free of him censoring them and shit like that. So it kind of, it's a show not tell type of way of being like, hey, this is how you know that Caine is gone. Because he's not censoring them anymore. Like, that's the reason why they're all so shocked that she actually. Yeah, so the microphone keeps fucking disconnecting. But yeah, that's the reason why they all look so shocked they were able to curse. I was correcting myself saying they are able to curse, not she or. So I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be non-binary. Zubul is supposed to be non-binary, so they were not able to curse. Oh shit! I fucking turned off the wrong thing.
I think
Testing.
accidentally killed Caine.
Holy shit.
So I don't mind having this part like uncensored because it's the fucking credits. Obviously the credits should be seen. But yeah, this was a good episode. Oh my god, they have skinned Jax as fucking, oh my god. I just saw that. Literally skinned Jax, peeled Jax is one of the fucking merch pieces. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Fucking what you call it, Gooseworks. Holy shit. God damn. I just saw that. Holy shit. I didn't notice that the first time. God damn. But holy shit. Oof. Oof, okay. Oh, and a little Queenie as well. I just saw a Queenie. But yeah, this was a fun episode. It was insane. Thank you, Glitch. Thank you, Gooseworks. Wonderful show. Oh, fuck. So yeah, there you go. So there it is. So yeah, The Amazing Digital Circus, episode 9, grand finale. Oh my god, don't fucking disconnect on me. Right, so I need to hurry this up quickly before the microphone dies on me again. But yeah, this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. A lot of stuff in it as well, like learning, like the Kinger being loose in the dark thing coming back in, and like the rest of the cast, because apparently only Pomni and Ragathar were the only ones that are actually aware that Kinger comes lucid in the dark. Learning this and getting to meet Lucid Kinger, which is so cute. enough for them to finally be able to meet him. And then like poor Kinger accidentally killing Caine. Like the way he said he could have said I accidentally deleted Caine, but he said killed. I accidentally killed Caine. So on that level, it kind of shows he had a bit of empathy for Caine. Instead of saying, "Oh, I accidentally deleted the program" or whatever, he said, "I accidentally killed Caine." So there is like some level of empathy there for Caine from Kinger at least. So the question is the next episode, episode 9. So is it just going to be them figuring things out for themselves, like maintaining the circus and like fixing up the pieces that are still there? Because like, what was stopping them? Because like now we know that they can manifest things too, so they don't really need Caine. They can like maintain the circus themselves and do their own thing now. So the question is like, is that the next episode just going to be them doing their own thing, or are we going to see the fact that like, yeah, maybe Caine got deleted? Because my assumption is Caine Caine ate the blue AI. So fucking doing this. The blue AI got deleted with Caine is what I'm assuming, right? But there's a possibility that the next episode is literally going to be the blue AI coming back online or whatever, and like taking over or whatever, and maybe he ends up being worse than Caine. But at the same time, he was supposed to be the perfect AI in comparison to Caine being the imperfect AI, so I don't know. But my assumption is that because Caine absorbed the blue AI died with Caine. That's my assumption. But like again, there's still episode 9, so episode 9 might be like the blue AI coming back online, and like maybe like he's the perfect AI or whatever. They are the perfect AI or whatever, but they don't have empathy or whatever. That Caine was the one who at least was trying, and just the new one just doesn't. And the new one, the blue one, would be like where he's just like Caine towards the end there was like definitely loses marbles and basically torturing them. But up until that point, he was actively trying to be good to them. Like, he wasn't doing a good job of it, but he was trying. So maybe like the blue one will come online and be you know what I mean? But like hopefully not. Hopefully the last one will be them like I don't know, maybe figuring out a way to leave. You know, because like if they can manifest shit and stuff, maybe, and now that they have like, they know that Kinger can be loose or whatever, they can talk to him and like maybe like sort some things out. Maybe the longer Kinger's loose, the longer he'll be like, oh wait, I remember now. We are making X, Y, and Z, so we can do A, B, and C to leave or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So that's a possibility for episode 9. Still, I'm very much looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. So I don't know if I have this in the other recording, but basically, I did want to record reactions for the other episodes. It didn't end up working out, but when this one came out, I decided I wanted to watch it too. So this is gonna end up being like my reaction to Digital Circus. I'll have to do a reaction for Digital Circus episode 9. This is episode 8. When episode 9 back to me, and I'll see you for the next Digital Circus. I'm sorry, the microphone fucking disconnected on me again. But in the meantime, I have Monster Hunter Stories 3 episodes up. Stories 3 Twisted Reflection up on my YouTube, and I stream on Twitch as well. But yeah, enjoy those in the meantime. And I have to get back into Kingdom Hearts as well. But yeah, it's a whole thing. So like, comment, subscribe, and do all the things. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. See you in the next video or stream. See you. Thank you.